The Turkish government is trying to use every method, every way to stop me talking, writing, and they want me to stay silent, but it wouldn't work. This is totally unlawful decisions and political decisions, and all the world they know that. Even Interpol is not taking it seriously. That's why I will not stop talking or writing, because the government is crushing. Imagine a government asks for 2 life sentences for a journalist who wrote a true story. So that shows how difficult it is to be a journalist in Turkey, but also that shows how the government is behaving against the journalists if they're writing something against their interests. So necessarily, of course, it's binding for many journalists living in Turkey, but for me, it doesn't make sense if I have 20 years or 100 years in prison. If you're a journalist, of course, this is your mission, this is your duty to inform the public about what's going on in your own country or the world. So I'm not the only one. There are many journalists who, fight for truth, fight for freedom of expression. And of course, without journalists, who can enlighten people? So this is also especially important for countries like Turkey, where there's not much source of information. So of course, this should be our professionally duty to inform the public, to criticize the government, to enlighten what they are doing, what kind of illegal operations they are, intervening. That's why I didn't even think about it. I mean, as a journalist, it's a kind of reflex to write a big story about a government is smuggling arms to a neighboring country, and I don't feel any regret. The governments are there to hide their dirty secrets, and the journalists are here to enlighten them. And it was the same in Washington Pentagon Papers. It was the same in Julian Assange case. We have to fight for the truth. Yeah, this should be a concern for Europeans and European Council and European the Court of Human Rights in Strasbourg. They should think about what they have done wrong so far, so that Erdogan doesn't care about their decisions, even if Turkey is a member in the European Council. So he must trust something, and what he trusts is the interests of European governments, because Erdogan knows very well that the European governments needs him to stop the refugee flow, and as long as he has refugees in Turkish soil, he can easily blackmail European countries, and he can easily say that I don't respect the decisions of the Court of European Court, and who cares? And they can't do anything to me. And same with Putin. So what's the meaning of an independent judicial system in Europe if the member countries doesn't care about their decisions? There are people in jail, and they are still in jail because even if the European Court of Human Rights decided for their release. So really people lost trust to those institutions because they obey Erdogan's rules, unfortunately.